Welcome everybody. This is so strange. I am really used to teaching to a group and reading the room. So I will do my best to guide you through a practice. A little disclaimer, since I can't see you, just do your best and really take ownership of your own body. Listen to what your body is feeling, and if you feel like you need to rest. If you feel like you need to take some different variation or a different shape, please do that. And I'm going to do my best to give really good alignment cues. Yay! Hi, Kendra! And I'm thinking it'll be maybe 45 minutes or an hour, and I would encourage you to really try hard to take this time and really dedicate the whole practice to yourself. Although I am guilty of ducking out early from these videos, so when I'm taking the class. So I won't take it personal if you do leave, but to get the full benefit, it would be best if you can really set aside this 45 minutes or an hour and really finish the class, especially with the Shavasana at the end. I feel I will guide you through a Shavasana and try really hard to do it, because in this crazy time that we're in right now, it's really important that your nervous system learns how to slow down and rest, and so it can regulate and rest and digest. So we will start seated. If you have blocks, if you know you're somebody who uses blocks, get your blocks, water, a blanket, which I actually don't have, but a blanket to sit on would also be good. And so here we go. So we're going to start seated. You can sit on your block or your blanket. It's nice to have your hips above the knees. So if you can get on something to get your hips a little bit higher than the knees, then it helps your posture and your back sit nice and tall. So take a deep breath in and let it go. Get grounded in your seat. Feel your sit bones grounding into the earth. As you inhale, grow tall, lengthening through the spine. Breathe lots of space in between the ribs. Breathe lots of space around the heart on all sides, the sides of the heart, the back of the heart. And keep lengthening through the throat and the crown. And keep that fullness as you exhale. Feel the shoulders settle onto the back of the heart. Relax the muscles around the eyes and lips. And drop into Ujjayi Pranayama. A slight tone in the back of the throat. You can imagine that you're fogging a mirror, but keep your lips closed. Let your inhalation be full. And your exhalation complete. And just take these first few moments to allow your body and your mind to settle. Arriving here in this moment. Letting go of any thoughts of the future, any thoughts of the past. And allowing yourself to be right here, watching your breath. And feeling sensation in the body. Feel your legs touching the earth. hands on your body, maybe the clothes on your body or the air on your skin. The next time you inhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. And take this time to set an intention for your practice, to make an offering or a prayer. I'm going to share a loving kindness meditation or prayer. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you be safe and protected. May you be loved. And may you live with ease. On your next inhale, stretch your arms up. We're going to Om together. And as you bring your hands to your heart, Om. And bow your head to your heart. And release your hands. All right, we'll start in child's pose. So take your knees a little wide, stretch your arms way out in front, and let your forehead land on the ground. And if it doesn't touch the ground, you can take a block under your forehead. And really let your neck relax. Relax your face and your jaw. Take a couple really full breaths here. And as you breathe, you can feel your ribs pushing into the thighs. Feel the back of the body, the back of the waist, the back of the heart expanding up towards the sky and the sides of the room. And as you exhale, just try to soften and settle just a little bit more. On your next inhale, lift your head and chest and walk your hands over to the left. And if I am correct, this is mirroring. So I'm walking to the left, but you guys, it should be mirroring, so it should be fine. So this is like a twist and a big side bend. So pick your belly up and over that leg and get a big stretch through that right arm. Really stretch the right arm nice and long. Keep the hands strong, really pushing into the ground. Big breath into the space right here on the the right side of your heart. And then inhale through center and go the other way. And play with this big side bend. So really trying to get a lot of space in the left side. Big breath in. Big breath out. And walk it back to center. Inhale, up to hands and knees. And take a few rounds of cat and cow. And here's where if you have a blanket, it might be nice to put under your knees if you want a little extra cushion. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Really push your knuckles and finger pads down and make the muscles in the arms really strong. Try not to lock the elbows. Inhaling the heart forward. And exhale, bowing in. And I want you to play with leading with your tailbone. So inhale, start at the tailbone and let it ripple through the spine, and slowly your heart comes forward. And then the exhale, your tailbone leads the way, your tailbone, and then slowly rolling through the spine, your head bows in and round as much as you can. Take a few more of those. Just really playing with leading with your tailbone and letting it ripple slowly through the spine. And you'll kind of find spots where it's hard to get into, and that's just where you slow down. And then come back to neutral and walk the hands forward for puppy pose. Stay on the fingertips, and the arms are really strong. My arm bones are lifting up to the sky. I'm slowly trying to push my heart towards the floor, but also try to keep the ribs in the body so there's a little strength in the core. Some of you can get your chest to the floor and reach your chin forward. Some of you are a little bit higher. We're still warming up right here. Just try to keep the arms strong. Don't let them hang. And then we'll walk this over to the right. And then play with sort of that cat and cow ripple through the pelvis, through the spine. There's no really right or wrong here. Just kind of play with shape and movement. So as long as you're really strong in your foundation, your handprints, your feet and your legs are really stable, then you can start to play, let's go the other way, with kind of making shapes with the rest of your body. Good, walk it back to center, inhale, spread the fingers, claw your hands, and make your way to downward facing dog. Then start with a pretty good bend in the knees. Reach your hips super high. Really push into your handprints. Push into your footprints. If you like to have a little wiggle or pedal the feet. Walk your hands to your feet at the back of your mat. And just bend your knees until your hands can touch the floor, or you get your blocks under your shoulders, under your chest. Lift and spread the toes, just reactivating through the foundation. The feet are super strong. Your knees are right over the ankles. You can grab your elbows if you like. Just let your head dangle. Keep a lot of power in the legs. Keep reaching your sit bones as high as they can go. And from behind your ribs, push down through the legs, back down into the earth. Come halfway up on your inhale. You can have hands on the shins or your blocks here, but really let your heart open, the collarbones nice and wide. Let your heart lead the way as you fold back in. The head drops last. And 2 more. Inhale, expand. Get the shoulders on the back, the ribs in the body. Take up a lot of space with your breath. Exhale, fold all the way in. And 1 more. Inhale, expand your heart. Nice, strong, powerful legs. Exhale, fold over the legs. And push down into the legs. Come all the way to standing. Take up a lot of space. Reach up. Big inhale. Exhale, hands at the heart. Take a 1 breath here, pausing in stillness. Feel your feet anchoring into the earth. Nice full breath in. And long breath out. Inhale, stretch the arms up to the sky. And forward fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale, reach your heart forward. And then exhale, walk your hands forward to plank pose. Get really strong in your arms. Push your thigh bones up to the sky. And then pretend you have a block between your legs. Don't move your feet, but drag them towards each other and feel how that makes your inner thighs really strong. Take a deep breath in. And then 3 chaturanga push-ups. So I'm going to bring my knees down, but if you don't need to bring your knees down, you don't have to. But go really slow. So as you lower down, feel the muscles of the body. Keep lifting up to the sky. And push, super strong arms. And do 2 more, really slow, with control and integrity and strength. 1 more. Push through all the fingers and knuckles. And then come all the way down to your belly. And 3 cobra rolls. I'm going to go wide with the hands. Roll the shoulders back and peel your heart open and take your time, just like a wave. Exhale, come all the way down. Let your forehead tap the earth. And 2 more. Inhale, spread the toes. Keep the ribs in the body. That's really hard to do. Roll the shoulders on the back. Coil the heart open. Spread the toes back there. Exhale, melt all the way down. Last one. Inhale. Ribs in the body. Spread the toes. Open your chest. And come all the way down. Exhale. Tuck your toes, hands next to your ribs. Inhale, downward dog. Take your right leg up to the sky on your in-breath. Keep the knee and toe pointing down. Nice, powerful legs. Big breath in. Exhale, right foot forward to a lunge, top of the mat. You might like to have your blocks here under your arms. Inhale the heart forward, really strong in that back leg. Exhale, pull the hips back and bow in. So 2 more like that. Inhale, nice deep lunge. Open the chest. Exhale, bow in. From behind your ribs, stretch the legs long. Really push them to the floor. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, come back to your lunge. Left hand to the floor. Right arm opens to the sky. Twisted lunge. And then big circles with this right arm. Bend the elbow a little bit. Really play with getting that mobility in the shoulder. Big breath in. Space around the heart on the right side. Good. Okay, from here, vinyasa. And that just means moving with your breath. Traditional vinyasa is you lower down, chaturanga. But you can also take this time, do a cat and cow, or a resting pose, or any neutralizing pose that your body needs. So I really encourage you, when I say go through a vinyasa, to just listen to your body and kind of let the movement happen without really having a plan. So me and down dog when you're ready. Left leg up to the sky, lots of strength, the knee and toe point down. Keep pushing strong into those arms and fingers. Slowly step through with control. Push the floor away, step the left foot forward into your lunge. Hands under the shoulders, really strong in that back leg. Inhale your heart forward. Just when you're ready, take a couple pulses with your breath. Exhale, bowing in. And 2 more. Inhale, nice strong lunge. Keep the legs powerful. Heart nice and big. Exhale, bow. From behind your ribs, push through the legs. That's where the core starts. The legs start all the way up in the core. 1 more. And get ready for your twist. Come back to your lunge. Right hand down. Left arm open. Just kind of find your twist and your shape. And then make your way into those big, big arm circles. Big, big shoulder circles. Let the head lean back. From here, step your back foot forward. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Spread the toes, bend the knees a little bit. You want your sit bones to be reaching up above your back. So if you're someone who's tight in the pelvis, and here, bend the knees more, and think about reaching your sit bones up as high as you can. And start to think about moving your pelvis rather than your back. Chair pose, sit the hips back, stretch the arms up by the ears. So looking at the legs, pretend you have a block between your thighs. We did this in our plank pose. Squeeze that block. Don't let your knees move in. Your knees stay right over the ankles. If you have a block and you want to use it, you can do that here too. But either way, feel the strength on the inner thighs. And that goes all the way up to the core. Keep the ribs in the body. Then do the opposite. Push your feet down. Stretch your feet wide apart. Don't let the knees go. Feel that more in the outer hips. One more. Squeeze in. And push apart. Squeeze in. Lift your heels. Woo! As high as you can, tippy toes. You can also do one foot at a time. Try to keep squeezing in. It's really hard to do both. And then heels down. Stand tall. Reach your arms up. Take up a lot of space in your ribs. Big breath in. Hands at your side. Exhale. Just take another moment in stillness. Feel your feet connecting with the earth. Take a big breath in. Relax your face. Let the shoulders roll onto the back. Exhale. Good. Get ready to balance. Shift your weight to the left. Right knee up towards your... Think about getting your thigh to touch the ribs. So you're kind of hugging into a tiny little ball. So part one, keep the knee bent. And you're just playing with this hinge here. Leg moving in the pelvis. But if you want to add on, you kick the leg straight. I like to add the arms. Tuck in, whoop, and kick the foot back, kind of towards a warrior three. And just play with that little tick-tock. Push, tuck in, kick back. And your arms can go anywhere. Here, let's do one more. Just balance. It's fine if you fall, fine if you wobble. Just put your foot back down. And then from here, keep that back knee and toe pointing down. Bend the front leg. Reach the arms forward as you step back slowly. Crescent pose. Arms stretch up. Big inhale. Imagine somebody's tickling your belly. Pull the ribs back. But stretch the legs apart. Big inhale. Relax your face. Exhale. So you're going to reach the arms up on your in-breath. And then straighten the leg. Bend both knees as you bend the elbows. Don't let the knee land. You're just going to hover. Inhale, reach. Kind of pull all the strength in from your feet all the way up to the hands. Exhale, keep stable as you lower. One more. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, this time let your knee land slowly. And you can put a blanket there if you need it. Inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge. So kind of like what we just did in the balance, play with pushing your hands forward and pulling the ribs back. And then inhale, bend the elbows, open the heart. So it's almost like cat and cow in your spine. A little movement in the pelvis. And then the next time you're pushing away, stay there. Really pull the ribs back. Push the hands forward and then twist from here. Keep a lot of space between the leg. Twist, 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 twist slowly. And your elbow can go on the thigh there, prayer hands, or you can come back to this one, the hand down. Keep the ribs moving back. Slide the right ribs through as tight as you can. And watch out for this knee. It likes to do funny things. Stay strong in the foot. Keep this knee right over the ankle foot. And work the twist from your deep belly. So big inhale, lots of space around the ribs, around the heart. And then exhale, use the strength of the legs and the core. Drag the legs towards each other. Squeeze your belly muscles. Try to slide your right ribs through, left ribs back. Big inhale, open the heart. Big exhale, relax your face. One more breath here. Whew, my legs are working. Okay, unwind. Both hands to the floor or your blocks. Pick up the back knee. Take the back heel down for warrior two. So that back foot's parallel to the edge of the mat. Inhale to rise. Just a little micro bend in the knees if you're a knee walker. And look at this front knee over the ankle. And just start by bending and straightening and doing your best to track the knee over the ankle, over the toes. And you'll notice, like, sometimes this likes to happen, or in my body it's more like that. So work whatever you need to in your foot to stabilize the ankle to help the knee stay straight. And we'll add the arms. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, push down. 2 more. Good. Straighten the leg. Inhale. Triangle pose. Moving from the pelvis. Think about your tailbone reaching towards the back heel. Your hand can go on the block or your shin. Try not to lock the knees. I'm going to cue your breath here. Inhale into this top shoulder, the right side for me. And then exhale, bring your ribs and your hip point towards each other. That'll hopefully get you into the core. Inhale, lots of breath into the shoulder and the chest on the right side. Exhale, top of the rib and that hip come together. Good. And then bend the knee, side angle pose. Elbow can go on the thigh. I usually have to take a little step closer, so it's fine to adjust your stride. But same breath. Inhale, breathe into that right shoulder, open your heart. Exhale, right rib and right hip point kind of draw towards each other. Inhale into the right side of the heart. Exhale, strong belly. Good. From here, wide leg fold, both hands to the floor. Turn your left toes forward and walk your hands to the middle. Bend the knees, get strong in your feet, slide your sit bones up as high as you can. And just play with your width. Just really depends on your proportions and your flexibility. So walk your hands over to the left. Grab your ankle with the right hand. Pick your belly up and over that left leg. And try to look under this armpit. And you might need a block here. So you can point the elbow up to the sky. Bend your right knee, the back foot, and keep pulling with this arm. And I want you to try to get into the wing and the back of the heart here. So you kind of play with it a little. So it's not so much for the legs, it's more for the back of the shoulder, back of the heart. And then we'll go the other way. Walk it over to the right. Left hand's grabbing the ankle. Start with the twist, kind of pick your belly up and over the leg. For this part, try to be equally rooted through the legs. Then bend this left leg, lean a little bit more to the left. And keep pulling, like big breath into the heart back here. And then unwind. Make your way to plank pose. And come all the way down to your belly slowly with control. And then lifting up into locust. So squeeze all the muscles in the back. The hands are just going to be right here, kind of hovering right next to the ribs. Pretend you have a block between your legs. So squeeze the inner thighs, get them really strong and lift up. So the exhale is a chaturanga hover. So your inhale, lift the shoulders, lift the chest. Exhale, push your hands down, but keep your chest how it is. Tuck your toes. You try to pick up your torso and just do a little hover. And then put your torso back down. Inhale back to locust. Squeeze the muscles on the back. Hands down, exhale. Keep your chest and shoulders where they are. Hover. One more. If you can't lift your torso, just pushing and trying is still going to build strength. Toes down, hands down. Keep those shoulders up. Hover. Whew. And then come into cobra. or up dog if that's what you need. I'm going to wiggle. Spread the toes. Big breath in. Take your time, couple breaths here. Keep the ribs in the body. Keep pulling your shoulders on the back. Use the hands to shine your heart forward. Your head out of the way. It's more like a double chin rather than a looking up. Come all the way down, rest. Make a pillow with your hands or hands at your side. Or if you want to push back to child's pose, you can do that here too. Feel your belly push into the earth as you breathe. Really give yourself this moment of rest. Just worked really hard. And then tuck your toes. Make your way to downward facing dog. Big stretch through the arms, big stretch through the legs. Claw your hands, spread your toes. Reach your hips as high as you can. And then make your way to a forward fold. You can jump forward, step, tippy toe, saunter, however you get there. Halfway up, inhale, keep the legs strong. Take your time to fold. Exhale all the air out. Inhale to rise, stretch the arms up. And hands at your heart, exhale. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Spread the toes. Deep breath in. Just checking in. Notice sensation in the body. Maybe your heartbeat. Maybe tingling or vibrations. And get ready for second side. So balancing. Inhale, spread the toes. Make sure you're doing your other side. We're going to the right. Yep. I'm going to the right. So hugging in first. And just play with it in a bent knee to start. Keep the foot really strong the whole time. It's kind of back and forth. And it's a lot of movement in the pelvis. The low back moves a little bit too. Keeping stable in the core. I'm bending the bottom leg. That will help with stability. If you lock the knee, you can't access the movement in the hips. So then if you want to play with the kicking out and kicking back, keep the ribs in. Legs super powerful and strong. And just play. Try not to take it too seriously. This will be the last one. And then to step back, to slow it down, stretch the arms forward, big bend in that front leg, and try to do it with as much control as you can. And then crescent pose, inhale. And again, someone's tickling your belly, keep the ribs back, but push the knee forward. Deep breath in. Relax the shoulders onto the back. You can look up if you like. If you want to take it a little more into a back bend, or take the arms completely out. And we're going to straighten bend. So inhale, stretch up, straightening both legs. Exhale, cactus, both knees bend. Two more, inhale. Notice the wobbling in the foot. Do your best to stay stable. Mine wobbles. Okay, last one, slow. Let the knee land gently. Take the arms up. So here's where we play with the ribs a little bit. Push and pull the ribs back. And then open the heart. Inhale. It's almost like an arm circle. Push. Open. One more. And then push. Keep the ribs back. Give this a lot of space right here as you twist. Big breath in, twist. Take your time. Try not to just throw yourself into the shape. Take like 4 or 5 breaths to even get there. Try to keep this knee right over the ankle. It likes to wobble. And if you're here and that's feeling too much, step it wider, but we're working this twist. You can even stay upright. Twist, twist, twist. You don't have to hook. Play with the twist. Strong belly, powerful legs. They're connected to your core. That'll help. And then try to open the heart just a little bit. Big inhale. Breathe into all sides of the ribs and the heart. Relax your face. Unwinding into warrior two, both hands down, back knee up. Slowly take the foot down. We're setting the legs up first, and then we lift the torso. And once you're here, just check in, spread the toes. Just start with a bend and a straight in the leg. Notice your tendency to wobble in or wobble out. So all the work, a lot of the work is in the foot, and that's telling your knee what to do. Add the arms, inhale, and push down, exhale. Big inhale. Push through that back foot too, nice and strong. Strong arms. And then straighten, inhale. Triangle pose. Let it come from the hips. You can even kind of find your hips here. And if you're really tight in your pelvis, that might be hard to access. So just start to play with it. Hand under your shoulder on the shin. I prefer a block. Try not to lock the knees. Both knees, that back knee too. Nice strong legs. Inhale to the left side of the heart. Your heart might open a little bit. And then the ribs, top of the rib and that hip point kind of cinch together. Should activate your core. Inhale, open the chest. Rib point, hip point, squeeze together. And then side angle pose. Bend that front knee. Elbow on the thigh or hand on your block. Same breath work. The arm comes forward. Open the chest. Inhale, breathe into the left shoulder. Exhale, left rib and left hip squeeze together. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, rib and hip squeeze. Wide leg fold. Turn your your right toes forward. Walk your hand down the middle. And take a yogi's choice on this one if you like to play with lunging, or if you're comfortable doing a headstand here, you can. Or if you want to just be still. And then once again, take a yogi's choice vinyasa. So coming back to the top of the mat, you can do some big hip circles, couple chaturanga push-ups if that's what you need. You can do that locust and hover that we did on the other round. So take like 5 breaths to kind of explore in your own body. This is how we start to learn how to do a home practice without someone telling us what to do. So you just get really clear in your foundation, your handprints, your feet are working, and then you start to play with shapes with the rest of your body and don't really have a plan on what you should do. Just kind of slow down and let your breath lead the way. And you can be in child's pose if you need a rest, or down dog. So from here, we're going to play with dolphin pose. And if you're one of my regulars and you like to go to the wall, now's a good time to take this to the wall. I'm going to show it here, and then I'll show it kind of on this bench. So dolphin pose, hands can be together or palms down. And take your hips up like downward dog. So bending the knees so you can really reach the hips up and the pelvis high. If you want to work your edge, you keep pushing your arms down, reaching your hips up, even with the knees bent, and just start to tippy-toe your feet in closer and closer. If you're someone who likes to take a leg up to the sky here, you can do that, or even do little hops. That's up to you. But if you want to watch how I do it with the bench, it looks like this. So my feet are going to get close to the bench. That could be your wall. Hands, same thing, dolphin pose. I like this version, pushing the hands together. Elbows right under the shoulders. Don't let them be too wide. So from here, if you want to walk up, one foot on the bench. A little far. One foot on the bench, other foot on the bench. You could use your couch. My head is not on the ground. I'm pushing so hard into the floor, trying to stay strong in my arms and shoulders. And when I've had enough, I rest before I crumble. So if you're using a bench, this one's a little slidey, so you'd want to make sure that your thing is not slidey. A door works great, and any of those things. So start to kind of wrap up your dolphin pose. You can do, you could rest in child's pose or a seated pose and take any maybe shoulder stretch you might need or any rest here. And then we'll get into pigeon pose. So you can also do pigeon on your back. If you're somebody who has really tight hips and knees and it's not comfortable to step forward this way, so right knee forward, left knee down. You can also take it on your back. Figure 4. Still really great hip work. So for us here, right knee forward, back knee down, and pull all the strength from your legs into the hips and the pelvis. Lift your hips as high as you can and stretch the arms up. Keep the ribs and the core really strong. A lot of us like to kind of do this dumpy thing. So we gotta work the legs like mad, hug the outer hips in, pull the ribs in, and then the back bend can move into the upper back and shoulders and chest. So keep the strength in the core, but try to stretch the legs apart. And I call these pigeon pulses. So you're going to hug in and stretch apart. 2 more. Hug in. Exhale, push. Inhale. Exhale. And you can stay here. Your hands might be down here. You can take your version of pigeon that you want to play with today. So maybe you come forward, or maybe you stay upright, or if you like to bend the back leg. Whatever you do, stay really strong in the pelvis and the core. So a couple breaths here. If you like to twist. So again, give yourself permission to play and even make something up. As long as you're staying strong in the legs and the core, you can do whatever you want with the arms. And maybe it's a dipping twist. Maybe you're ready to be more passive. Block under the forehead. So letting your head land on a block can be really great for the nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system, helping your body kind of give it permission to soften, but still maintain strength in the core and the pelvis. If you do find that you're kind of gripping a little bit, Let your exhale be longer than your inhale. And then having this something for your forehead to land on, and maybe it's stacking your fists, that can also really help just your nervous system soften. So let's switch sides. You can step back down dog or step back hands and knees. Do whatever you need to shake it out. And if you're on your back, just switch the legs. Left leg forward, back knee down. Squeeze everything in, really powerful legs. Lift the arms up, or you might be here. This is fine too. Hands down, but still working the legs like mad. Push them apart. Squeeze them together. Strong core. Push them apart. Together. If you have your weight on the blocks, just play with a little letting go. And then take a few breaths of your choice of a pigeon. If you're on your back, make sure you're flexing the feet and the ankles are nice and strong and straight. So try to let it be sort of what you did on the first side, so you're somewhat even with whatever your choice was. But also notice what it might be different in the right hip and the left hip, and just the differences in the sides of the body. So when you feel ready, you make your way onto your back. I'm going to show you from the side here. So just come onto your back and just take the first couple of breaths to kind of arrive. Maybe windshield wiper the knees or pull the knees in and rock around. And then take a twist, drop the knees to the right. So try to have the knees straight out from the hips and them stacked. But if that's too much, you can take whatever twist you need to, any variation of a twist. Push your head down into the ground, pick up your right shoulder and kind of slide it to the right towards the knees just a little bit. See if you can ground the left shoulder a little more. So the feet are flexed and the legs are kind of strong. The right hand goes on top of the thigh, and just gently push your thigh up into the hand, just a little resistance. And you should feel a little more sensation in the waist. And maybe you can drop this left shoulder just a little more. Big inhale. Long exhale. And then you can rest it and stay here in your twist another breath or two. Just try to breathe lots of space into that left side of the body. And try to soften with your exhale and settle just a little more. And then switch sides. Inhale through center. Legs to the left. Push your head down, lift your shoulders up just a little, slide the left shoulder towards the knees. It's a really small movement. And then I just find that this opposite shoulder can ground just a little bit more. And then play with that little bit of a resistance. So your hands on the leg, push up into the hand, a little more breath into the low back and the hips. And then give it a little more of a passive rest. Couple breaths. And close your eyes if you like. back to center. We'll do a symmetrical pose of your choice. I'm going to do a bridge pose, but if you have a different one, a happy baby or pulling the knees in, you can do that here as well. So bridge pose, feet in line with the sit bones as best you can, pushing down into the feet, lift your hips, dig your elbows down into the ground. When you're in this pose, don't turn your head around, just keep looking straight up. So some of you, if you can snuggle your shoulders under the heart. If you're on your mat the right way, you can grab the edges of your mat and pull. And some of you can clasp your fingers here and keep snuggling your triceps under the space of the heart, pushing shoulders and triceps down, skull down, and big breath into the heart space. Try to lift up the heart a little more. Try to have a throat with a little bit of space in the throat, so you're not completely shoving your chin into your heart right here. Keep pushing through the skull, and that'll maintain strength in the back of the neck. If you do have your blocks, you can bring your blocks under your pelvis on this one too, which can be really lovely for a final pose. And if you're not having a block, let the hips land whenever you're ready. Come all the way down to the floor. We're getting ready for Shavasana here. So if you have some props that you like to have, a blanket rolled up under your knees, you can get that. If you have an eye pillow, that can be really lovely. I'm going to watch the clock for you guys, and for 5 minutes we'll do Shavasana. I'm going to sit up and talk for a little bit, but you guys stay on your back in Shavasana, or you can also do like a legs up the wall. So just relax your bones, give any little wiggles that you have. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And let go again. Relax fingers and toes. Unhinge your jaw and soften your tongue. Allow your body to settle into stillness. Resting in Shavasana. into your belly, your lungs, and your heart. As you exhale, gently bring movement back to the body. Wiggle fingers and toes. Reach your arms overhead. Take a lazy stretch. Bend your knees, rest on your side. And make your way to seated as you're ready. Sitting tall. Bring your hands wherever feels comfortable for you. Maybe a hand on the heart and the belly, hands on the legs, or fingers touching the earth. And just take a moment to honor your efforts for showing up today and feeling the effects of your practice. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. May all beings benefit from your yoga practice, and thank you for joining me. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. I hope that went well for you. This is really exciting and different, and I would love feedback, suggestions, and maybe some things that you guys want to work on in a class. On Monday morning at 10 a.m. I'm going to do a short 10 or 15 minute kids yoga with my kiddos, and so I hope to see you guys there for that. And yeah, sending you guys so much love and kindness and compassion, and I will see you guys here back in the virtual world. I'll shoot for next Saturday, and I will keep you posted. All right, love you guys. Bye.